On today's Daily Strike, the Lightning host the Blues to wrap up their 4-game homestand. This is the latest news and notes on the Tampa Bay Lightning for Monday, December 22nd, 2025. I'm Steve Versnick. The Lightning host the St. Louis Blues for the final game before the Christmas break. It's the first of 2 meetings between the teams this season. Last year, the team split the season series. The Blues are coming off a 6-2 win at the Panthers on Saturday night. They are currently in 5th place in the Central Division. The Bolts beat the Hurricanes Saturday and are currently in 3rd place in the Atlantic Division. Now, the Bolts overcame that 3-goal deficit after the first period Saturday. Ryan McDonough on what changed in the second.
A lot of accountability on this team. It's been there from the get-go, and a lot of guys speaking up here in the room after that period. We were embarrassed and not even close to where we wanted to be. You feed off that first shift, incredible first shift. Obviously, they score a goal, and even if they didn't, they set the tone right away for us, and was a good 40-minute game. Like I said, we were trying to get closer to that 60-minute game here at home, but obviously a good response in the end.
Yanni Gourde on the comeback.
We saw what we can look like and what we and how we should look like every single night. And that second period and third period was a little bit. It was textbook of what we can achieve when we do that. We play that way.
Tonight's game is against a Western Conference team. The Bolts lead the Eastern Conference teams with 90 wins against the West since the 2021-2022 season. The Lightning are 8-4 this season against the West. The Lightning are averaging 3.23 goals per game this season. That's 7th best in the NHL and 3rd best in the Eastern Conference. They're giving up just 2.66 goals per game. That's 6th best in the league and 2nd best in the East. While the Lightning are 28th in the NHL in face-off win percentage this season, Nick Paul is 28th in the NHL at 55.6%. That is the best on the Lightning. J.J. Moser's now a plus 23 this season. That is tied for 3rd best among defensemen in the NHL, and Moser needs just 2 points to reach 100 for his career. Jack Finley returned to the team on Saturday after a conditioning stint in Syracuse. He scored the 3rd goal to tie the game. He spoke about what he learned in that stint with the Crunch.
Yeah, I thought I played harder tonight. I just got to use my body better. Being a bigger guy, I think that has to be my identity. And the couple of games I played in Syracuse, that's their game plan. Is everybody's playing hard, everybody's physical. And so, it was good to play some more minutes and kind of get my mojo back. And I thought I was more physical tonight, and I thought the whole team was, which is easy to feed off of.
The Lightning reassigned forward Jacob Pelletier to the Crunch. He was called up Saturday in case Nikita Kucherov or Anthony Cirelli couldn't go. Pelletier has skated in 1 game with the Bolts this season. That was on November 15th at Florida. Gabby Shirley and Ben Pierce have a new episode of Into the Blue podcast presented by Penelope Bourbon out today. They'll discuss Saturday's comeback win, the schedule after the Christmas break, and preview tonight's game against the Blues. You can watch the show on Facebook, X, and YouTube today at 3 p.m. Eastern, or download the audio in your favorite podcast app. The Lightning have a morning skate today, then they'll host the St. Louis Blues tonight at Benchmark International Arena. Limited tickets still remain at TampaBayLightning.com. Puck drop scheduled for 7:08 p.m. Eastern. Our radio pregame coverage starts at 6:30 on 102.5 The Bone and in the Lightning mobile app. The game will be televised on the spot, Tampa Bay Channel 66.
This day in Lightning history.
It was on this date in 2018.
It's going to be picked up by Johnson. Can he nudge it out to Kucherov? Yes, in center ice. Back for Tyler Johnson across the blue line, looking at that open net. He holds and shoots. Score! Johnson, the empty netter. It's the 5th point for Kucherov, a new career high, and it's 6-3 Lightning.
For Kucherov, it was his first 5-point night of his career. He currently has 7 of them, including a 6-point night in November of 2023. Dave Mishkin and Greg Linnelli will preview tonight's game against the Blues on Lightning Power Lunch presented by Reef Rum at noon Eastern. You can watch the show on Facebook, X, or YouTube, listen live in the Lightning mobile app, or download the podcast in your favorite app and listen anytime. Orlando Solar Bears shut out the South Carolina Stingrays for the 2nd straight day. This one was 4-0. In fact, Spencer Kirsten beat them single-handedly as he scored all 4 goals. The Solar Bears will play at Jacksonville on Friday night. Thank you for listening to the Daily Strike for Monday, December 22nd, 2025. I'm Steve Versnick, where every day is Hockey Day.